right, here's Kevin Clancy, KFC Barstool. We've been talking about this. I don't know if you've heard any of this. We've been hacking our way through trying to explain this call her daddy situation. So can you, in a, I guess, give us the Cliff Notes version from your perspective of what the hell is happening with this?
Sure. All right. So short version is these girls started with Barstool like a little over a year ago, I think. They were unknown when Dave found them, so he gave them a very low base but very high incentive contracts, which they performed the hell out of. They blew it out of the water. Each made like $500,000, and it was time to renegotiate because they were such a massive success, and they were just being totally outlandish with their claims. Dave was as patient as he possibly could. Went back to the negotiating table 3-4 times. They only kept getting crazier and crazier, and at the last minute, he finally made an offer you can't refuse. One of the girls wanted to take it. The other girl didn't. Now, the reason that is because she has a new boyfriend who is an HBO executive who had at least allegedly and most likely probably been shopping them around the scenes behind our backs, even though they were under contract, getting them onto other podcast networks, getting them other salaries. And when it came time to take this new offer that Dave put on the table, which was virtually unbeatable, what he was offering, the girl said, listen, my boyfriend has stuck his neck out on the line. He's he's already making a lot of moves for us. We have to see this all the way through. And that's when their fallout happened, because the one girl was like, hey, listen, this is a great deal. We can't turn this down. The other one, at least as the story goes that I know, was a little more worried about her boyfriend and some of the moves he had made.
Oh, man, and let me tell you, yes, it does. It makes a lot of sense. And you could not cast that HBO guy any better. I mean, this is
God, it's unbelievable. He's straight Quagmire from Family Guy. He is not exactly the type of dude. You know when you say, I'd like to go get a beer with that guy? He's the polar opposite of that. He's the exact opposite of that guy you want to get a beer with.
Yeah, 100%. Now, the thing that I noticed from some of the comments that I was reading is the fans of this podcast are really upset for a couple of reasons. One, because I haven't recorded any in a long time because of all this nonsense. And the other is they feel like they have been betrayed by the persona that the girls put out there during the podcast, and then how they're living their real lives, and it doesn't feel as authentic. Are you seeing some of that as well?
Yeah, I mean, this is when you get into my line of work and the blogging, I think you can kind of go one of two routes, and you can either just be yourself, or you can cultivate a personality. You can cultivate a persona, a nickname, alias, whatever. And people like me and Portnoy, we just go fully our lives. Then there are some guys who are a little more private, but it's a little bit, you blend the truth and you exaggerate here and there. But for girls like that who went from, 0 to 100 in under a year, when it starts out, they probably were girls who were broke in the city and chasing boys and all about themselves. And then all of a sudden they get some money in their pockets, they meet some new people, and all of a sudden they have a new boyfriend, and then it's not quite the same as what they were putting out there, but they also have this fan base that already expects a certain thing, so they keep doing it. And then you kind of run the risk of if the truth gets exposed and you realize it's really not, what's going on, it changes the perception of the podcast. Now, all that being said, though, these guys are such fans that if Alex and Sophia or whoever returns and does it just said, yeah, listen, I don't know, we got caught up and we got really successful really fast, we're still here to do our thing, I think they'll be there.